Well, good evening, everybody. This is WBKB Meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope you're having a good evening so far, and hope you're enjoying the warmer temperatures. We saw a switch in terms of our wind direction today, and that allowed us to see warmer temperatures in the area. Now, of course, if you see this calendar behind me, you notice, well, we've got a lot of reds on here. Well, those reds indicate that we were above average when it comes to our temperatures. As a matter of fact, we had 22 above average days. 22. Only 4 days was below average. Only 4. It has 3 average days, and those are the 31 degrees, because that's where our average high was at that particular moment. But only 4 days that we saw that was below average. And you notice even more mind-boggling when it comes to the average temperature. Our average temperature was 31.1 degrees for the entire month of February. That is unbelievably warm for this time of the year. That shattered the old record that occurred back in 1998. Of course, because of the warmer temperatures, we didn't see a whole lot of snowfall in the forecast. And you saw like one big snowstorm, and that occurred in the middle of February. And then we got about 7.2 inches. Most of that came from that snow system back on the 16th and 17th of February. But it still was 10 inches below average for the entire month. A very mild February. 3 months in a row that we saw above average temperatures and below average snowfall for the entire month. 1.17 inches of rain fell over the course of the month too, which was a little bit below average for this time of year. It's still not bad, but still slightly below average for what we could normally be seeing. But for the entire winter, a meteorological winter, which is December 1st through February 29th, in this case this year, the average high was 30.3 degrees. Still the warmest winter on record. The warmest winter on record, especially when you saw a high temperature of 70 degrees back on Tuesday this week. And yes, we broke another record as well. And I'll show you that just a little bit later on in the forecast. But snowfall totals was 38.7. That's well below. We should be seeing snowfall totals for this time of the year. By this time of the year, over 50 inches. We should be over 4 feet of snow. We're struggling to get above 3. So that shows you how much this warmer air has impacted us. The El Nino, the temperatures of the warmth from that, and then the climate change on top of that helped us really warm up this winter. Now, yeah, it looks like March is starting out the same way as well. Look at the rainfall. Now, pretty much where we should be when it comes to our rainfall for this time of the year. Now, high temperature, we broke a record in Alpena today, 51 degrees, 51. And yes, we broke an old record of 48, and that occurred back in 1990. 23 being the record, negative 23 being the record low back in 1962. Sunrise at 7:09 a.m., 6:23 p.m. is our sunset time. Keep in mind, on March the 10th, our daylight savings times begin, and this is going to turn to 7:23 or 7:30 by the time we get to that date. So temperatures or temperature difference, well, we're talking about over 20 degrees warmer than what we saw yesterday. Yes, over 20 degrees warmer. A big switch. The winds came out of the southwest. That brought in much warmer air, and that's going to be the big story for this weekend. Warmer temperatures. We talk about highs in the mid-60s on Monday. We could get close to 70 degrees, and once again, could break another record. We broke 2 records this month. Back on Tuesday and today, we could break another one, of course, on Monday. And you see that here. Now, of course, early in the morning, we're going to wake up to about 36 degrees. 54 is going to be the high temperature I forecast for your Saturday. We'll cool down to 41 as we go through the evening hours. Of course, this bell curve tells us that we're going to be above average. You're going to see it slightly peak on our Monday, then we're going to cool back off as we go through our Wednesday here, guys. So enjoy the warmer temperatures, because it looks like we are going to cool off just a little bit as we go through the end of the week. So temperature outlook through March the 10th is going to show that we're going to be well above average when it comes to our temperatures. That's pretty much going throughout the entire Midwest, all the way out to the Northeast, and yes, the Carolinas and parts of the South. It's going to see above average temperatures. You're out in the Pacific and the Rockies, well, you're going to see below average temperatures. And of course, with those below average temperatures, we see a lot of snow out there in the Pacific. Yes. So why? Our winds are the big reason. Our winds are coming back out of the southwest. Remember, yesterday our winds were coming out of the northwest. Even on Wednesday, they were coming out of the northwest. And they was bringing us cooler air, but now we're seeing more mild air coming out of the Pacific, and they're about 10 to 15 miles an hour. And the winds will continue to be out of the southwest until we get to around Monday. That's where we can begin to see a change in our wind direction. As a cold front is going to come through the area late on Monday into early on Tuesday, and that's going to start to knock our temperatures down just a little bit as we go through your day on your Monday into your Tuesdays. You notice it goes back around to the northwest. So rainfall, well, we're not going to see a lot of rainfall. It's going to be at a premium as we go through this weekend. As a matter of fact, we'll see very little to no rain going into the next best chance of rain we're going to see is going to be on our Monday evening into our Monday night. That's the next best chance to see some rain. It's going to come from this system right here, which is associated with a cold front. That's going to knock our temperatures down just a little bit. So tonight, we're going to see partly cloudy skies. Of course, 32 degrees will be the overnight low for Rising City, 32 for Alpena, 33 for Osco, 34 for Tawas. Tomorrow is going to be a common copy of what we saw today. Mostly sunny skies. Going to see temperatures respond to that. We're going to be back into the 50s. Susceptible Rising City for 47, 49 in Osceola, 47 in Tawas, 48 in Harrisville, but 53 in Alpena, 52 in Mile and Atlanta. So this weekend we're going to see 54 degrees. I'm forecasting 54 for this weekend, 55 for our Sunday, and we're of course 18 days away from astronomical spring. So yes, today, as you might notice, we are at our meteorological spring. Astronomical starts on the 18th of March. Again, that's where the rays of the sun is going to be directly over the equator, meaning that we will have 12 hours a day, 12 hours a night, and North America, which is where we at, is going to start our spring and summer. South America is going to start their fall and their winter. So 7-day forecast is going to be 54 degrees on our Saturday, 55 on our Sunday, 66 on our Monday, and then we start dropping as we go through the next few days after that as the cold front comes through, and we're going to see the temperatures that warm. Keep in mind, this has been well above average, so this has been a major treat for summer lovers like me who loves the warmer temperatures, but we are going to come back down to reality a little bit as we go to the end of next week. But this has been WBKB meteorologist Ryan Crump. I hope y'all have a great weekend.